everyone. Day 43 of home confinement, home isolation. And this is what it looks like on me. I've had to find an alternate hairstyle because I hate my hair and my face, and it's a little bit long and shaggy. And I'm not going to whack it up like the lady on the Facebook video that you may or may not have seen. So I'm just going to control it in another way because I love my hairstylist and I don't want her to have to do extra work to try to repair any damage I might do. So, day 43, my hair is shaggy. My home manicure is chipped. It was beautiful for 2 or 3 days, but now it's chipped. You'll see that as we get into making our card. But I wanted to make one more Mountain Air card, and then we're going to move on to another set. So let's see what we have today. I wanted to keep it pretty simple today. So we just have one ink color, Pretty Peacock, and then just a couple of cardstock colors. So we've got, again, Pretty Peacock, and this is the one item out of my stash that is almost totally depleted. So Pretty Peacock, a soft seafoam matte, some Whisper White for stamping and for our clouds, and then just an inside similar with the soft seafoam and Whisper White. So I've got some supplies here. Let's get started with our stamping. Again, we're using the Mountain Air stamp set, and we're using just one of the dies. We'll be using this cloud die today, so we're not really using any of the others. Again, this card's pretty simple. So let's get started with our stamping. So this is really just real haphazard. I just wanted to make some trees here on the side in a vertical way and then do a horizontal mountains. So just ink up the stamp and just pretty much stamp wherever you want. Ink. This forefront is going to be stamped at full strength. And oops, let's see if we can fix that. My bad. It's good enough. Paper has two sides, you know. Okay, and now we're just going to stamp off, and we can just stamp, 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 and just keep going. Stamp off and stamp, 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 just to make it look like there's a big forest here. Oops. Stamp off, stamp. And since I stamped off and I messed up a little bit, but I think this is going to be that kind of day for me. So, and we could keep building up. Remember, I stamp off a little more as I go higher. That'll do. It's just making a little forest of trees. Okay, so that is our side image. It's going to be different every time. And now we want to do pretty much the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and start with my mountains because I want to place them, and then I'll do my trees underneath. It really doesn't matter. You can do it either way. But I'm starting with the line detail image of my mountains. I'm going to place them about, well, that looks like about halfway. And then I'm going to clean that stamp off with my Stampin' Chamois. And I'm going to just flip it over. Ink it up. Sometimes it's easier to turn it over like that to ink it up. And what I want to do is stamp it off first. And then since that's wet, I'm going to turn my paper over and then just line this up as best I can. And it'll line up pretty good, really. and stamp down. And that'll do. And then let's get our trees back in here. And we are just going to, I've got a little smudge there, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to cover it up. So stamp full strength, stamp partial strength. See, already covered. Stamp. And give them varying heights. You don't really have to stamp all the way over. I'm going to go ahead and do one over here and there. And then I'm going to stamp off once, not a multitude. Stamp off once. Go up again, stamp off once, and just create those trees in the distance. Stamp off once. Okay, and that is pretty much it for the outside of our card. We can assemble, but let's go ahead and stamp our inside panel, which I've used the other tree image on. Use this tree, so I've got a piece of white here. So I'm just going to stamp. It's the other tree you could use. And I'm just going to stamp it again too, just to create that shadow in the background. Okay, so now we just have assembly. Some assembly required. So get out the glue. My glue's about gone. I'm going to have to do a refill. But you see, you don't need a lot of glue. I showed my husband my hairstyle. He didn't even bat an eye. I guess he's used to this. He's going out to do some weed eating today. So, and now let's go ahead and put this on here. Again, I like my liquid glue, so that's what I use. You can also use the tape runners or whichever you feel most comfortable with. And you see, I've been pretty haphazard about stamping this whole thing, but that's the idea of it. This one can be just stamp it down and have some fun with it. It's not going to be perfect. It's just really simple. And then grab a piece of scrap paper, which you've seen me. You see I have used this before. And stamp a couple of clouds. You can see my pretty peacock is even going to need to be re-inked. And then take those to the die cutting machine with the cloud die. But I've already done that. I think I have. Yep, there's a cloud die. And here's a cloud die. And you see we're going to put one down here and then one up here. So I'm going to stick one right about there and one right about there. And then I'm going to grab my little birds, get them upright, and and just kind of fill in a few places. And there's the outside. And now just to assemble the inside. This is just a really quick and easy. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so I want to show you some other cards I've made with this set. I can't show them all because I have a tutorial coming up next month. So there will be another 4. Okay, remember this one of my favorites. Love the Purple Mountains. Oops. Remember this one. We've already done a video on this one. Again, love the Purple Mountains. Okay, I don't love this one because I really didn't end up liking this bright purple as a background. I've just been playing with this, just playing with it with a variety of different colors and trying to come up with different ideas on how to use it. I haven't really been satisfied with my ability to think up several different ways to use it, but I always tend to have, oops, you've seen that one. Sorry. I always tend to have the mountains in the background and then the trees in the foreground. So I've tried to think of some different ways. So we'll have 4 more cards again with my tutorials. Now this one, I kind of liked how it turned out with the Leaves 3D embossing folder. And again, it's got the trees in the front and the mountains in the background. The trees and the mountains are on the same soft sea foam, and then these mountains are on the purple posy, and a couple of die cut trees on the, I think it's called Layered Leaves embossing folder with Mossy Meadow and Soft Suede card base. So I liked that one. And again, here's one I copied, and I didn't do it the way that the person did it that I copied it from, but I like it. I really like it, but I can't take credit for it. I copied it. I found it on Pinterest and I copied it. I love the Calypso Coral and the Navy Blue and the Crumb Cake combination. And here's one where, okay, this is my idea. I got a little creative and made a fairly interesting fun fold where it will fold and sit. It will sit. I can't really show you that well. Okay, it'll sit by itself. And you can write your words in here and it folds closed. And you've got your mountains, a little tree. Some trees seem to fit perfectly in there, and some mountains. And then this is another one I did with the same concept. And then when you open it up, the trees kind of pop up. So a little more involved, but still interesting. I made this one first, and then I decided, well, I could do something with this space here. So that's why I brought this one in and made it with some more mountains. It may be a little busy for some, and this one may appeal to others more. But whichever you like, whichever fits your taste. So that's it for our Mountain Air cards for right now. But what's next, you say? I am going to be making several cards with the Ornate Style suite. Now this is available in the new annual catalog, but it's available for pre-order now. This is the paper, and it's pretty. I love the colors. It's got 2 sheets of each one, double-sided. This one's one of my favorites. Ooh, but that's pretty too. Good thing there's 2 sheets. So we will be using this. What I'm going to do with this is make some cards to go kits. So I will supply all the paper and I'll design some cards and cut all the papers, and then you can add your own stamps because I'm not allowed to do pre-stamped images for you, but I can send you paper. So we'll be using this paper and whatever coordinating cardstocks. It comes with these very intricate, lovely dies, which I'll make some die cuts for you on the cards. Those are frames. And these are edgelets, and I haven't even used them. They are fresh in the new packaging right now. There's also an embossing folder, and I just added some ink to this so you can see the texture. But that's what's next, so stay tuned, and we'll have some cards coming up with the ornate style. It's a preview of the new catalog. You can order it now if you want to. You let me know if you're interested. And I also will be making, I don't know how many cards. I just need to decide how many comes to my mind. So stay tuned for that. So it's going to be a wild and crazy day around here. So this is my hair. These are my nails. I'm wearing a stained t-shirt and I just really didn't care. So I'm sure a lot of you are in a similar situation, but I hope you're doing well. My mental health is fine. My physical appearance may not be. So you all take care. Have a lovely day. There might even be some warmth outside. I plan to get outside. So I usually like to spend the morning in my craft room. And I still have plenty of supplies, running out of that Pretty Peacock paper, and I gotta tell you, I love it. But I'm gonna make do because I have all this new paper to play with, and I want to come up with some new card ideas for you. So keep checking for me in the email and keep sending me your emails. I'd love to see what you're doing. I love hearing from each one of you. And thank you for writing me or texting me or whatever you've been doing. I really appreciate it. I think we all need to find some way to keep in touch. We may not be able to be physically close at this time, but we can still keep in touch. So you all take care. I'm sending loving thoughts and prayers for your health and wellness and that of your families. So take care all. See you soon.